Happy Christmas Eve, everybody. I'm just out on a walk today. Absolutely gorgeous weather today. Makes a bit of a change because we've had a lot of rain lately. Hence the ground's very sodden underfoot. Very muddy and boggy. But the sun's out. It's quite cold. Lovely late December day. Just how I like it. So, have you ever had a revelation in your life where you suddenly understand something that you were maybe aware of on some level, but you were never able to process it in a way that gave you clarity? Because last night I was listening to a Jordan Peterson podcast, and he was talking about Socrates, ancient philosopher, and how Socrates had a daemon, like a guiding spirit that told him not what to do, but what not to do. And when I heard that, the penny dropped. Suddenly, I understood more about myself. So of course, I'm talking about the events of this year and the decisions that I've taken, or rather I should say the decisions that I've not taken, even though I've been told to take them. Because instinctively I know that they're wrong, and intuitively I know that they're wrong and incredibly damaging. So let's focus on the mandate that was introduced, the mask wearing, which has been embraced wholeheartedly. Now obviously I'm just talking about from my own perspective here. I am aware that some people believe mask wearing is not detrimental and is in fact a positive act. I don't, as you know. And being guided by a voice which tells you not what to do. Now I understand clearly what it is, and there's 3 reasons why instinctively and intuitively I said no. Under no circumstances will I ever, and I mean it, will I ever wear a government symbol of oppression across my face. So the first reason is, if you're going to introduce a mandate and then support a mandate, and in doing so, in wearing a mask across your face, of course you are endorsing what the government have said. You better make sure that that you are able to prove that what you're doing works. So the burden of proof is firmly in your hands. And then B, if you're able to do that, you then better be able to make sure that the benefits of imposing this mass fundamental change to society and people's behaviour within that society outweighs the litany of negative consequences associated with it. Those who impose mask restrictions, advocate mask restrictions and participate in mask wearing, as far as I'm concerned, have failed miserably on both of those counts. And if anybody wants to challenge me on that, please feel free. Be interested to hear why those in the mask camp, which obviously is the vast majority, haven't failed on those 2 counts. Second reason why instinctively I knew it was wrong, because it's in our DNA, it's in our makeup, we are hardwired not to cover our faces. In Western culture, decades, centuries, millennia of societal interactions have been carried out without coverings across our faces. We've never done it. It goes against our biology, it goes against our psychology, it goes against our sociological makeup, everything. It is so incongruent with who we are as people in the West, which is why now I believe there's a lot of people in psychological discomfort and psychological conflict within themselves because they are doing something that is completely analogous to how they've lived their lives so far and what their genetic composition is. Okay, so there's your second reason. And reason number 3 is just the abject damage that this practice is having and is doing on society on so many levels. And I've covered this before, not just to the individuals themselves, who I believe are being psychologically damaged, to children. I think I'm right in saying that children above the age of 11, is it, are compelled to wear face masks to school. I mean, just think about that. Just think about that. Take a step back and ask, how is that befitting a humane society? The constant visual reinforcement all the time to the population and to children within that population. Visual signs of fear. Be scared, there's a virus around. That person is carrying a disease. That's why they've got a mask on, and that's why you need a mask on. Constant reminders all the time, just to propagate the fear. There are so many negatives associated with, and this with mask wearing, and this third kind of logical part of the equation for me, this third reason, I was able to kind of like parse out and to apply some rationale to and understand on a practical level, taking into account the likely psychological and societal effects that it was going to have, negative effects. I was able to understand that aspect of it. But the other two, I wasn't until I heard that last night, and it made sense to me. So it's really quite liberating actually when you unearth, you peel off another layer of understanding about yourself and the world and your place in the world. It actually gives me added confidence that I'm doing the right thing, and I guess that's what I wanted to ask. I don't know, challenge people. I do challenge people because, what is your personal truth? Why are people doing these things when, without exception, they're not able to provide justification for it? I don't understand. Are they just lulled into this hypnosis? Obviously they're brainwashed, a lot of people, yes. Or is there an element, and I believe there is, of moral cowardice, I guess we could say. People know it's wrong, yet they're still doing it, which is going to give rise to psychological torment within a lot of people, and that is then just going to inflate further the negative effects on society as a whole. So I'm interested to hear people's views, and also on the whole concept of kind of a higher power within that compels you, not what to do, although that higher power within can compel you what to do, but what not to do. Can anybody relate to that and give any examples maybe of where you've experienced that in your own life? I guess you call it an enlightened moment, a moment of revelation, a moment of clarity, whatever you want to call it. But I had that last night, and suddenly the last few months are starting to make even more sense to me. And yeah, I'm feeling not justified in my decision, but again, I just use the word truth. Am I acting? Am I doing what is right? Yes. With regard to this, I am. And obviously there's lots of other, just 1 minute. Lots of other areas for improvement in my life, no doubt about that. When it comes to something massive, and this is absolutely massive, where society does require disobedience from an ethical and a moral perspective, then yeah, I've made the right decision. Anyway, let me know. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my walk on this gorgeous day. Let me know what you think in the comments about what I've said. And hope the weather is as nice where you are. Hope you're looking forward to Christmas, even though it's not going to be quite the same this year. I hope the weather, did I just say this, is as nice where you are. And yeah, anyway, I'll go now. See you soon. Bye bye.